All right, I'm going to commentate on this one. This is a big sheet of 640 gram Sanders Waterford. I'm going to be using mainly three colors and maybe a little bit of wash as well. Indigo, a little bit of alizarin crimson, some viridian, and some cobalt blue, and then the darker areas in the wave I'm going to use French ultramarine. Once again, this is the picture that I'm going to be painting. A bit closer. There you go. So I'm going to start with the sky in the background, and I'm going to use very wet paper. And I want to try and capture those beautiful powder blue colors with a little bit of viridian subtly in the inside of the wave. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to wet the paper thoroughly. So I'm going to put this water on and just let it soak in and soak in and soak in and soak in and soak in. I'll introduce a little bit of colour in the background there, just to give me that sort of light. Bit of a glow in the sky. I'm not going to use too much. There will be indigo coming in on top of this. So let's just get that colour on. We can see where we are in terms of covering the paper. And I must try not to swear as well. Go back up there. I'm going to introduce a little bit of that cerulean into where the white of the wave is going to go. And also a little bit of the viridian as well. Not a lot. The white highlights I'm going to bring in right at the end, so I'm not too worried about them at the moment. I'll bring a little bit of that cerulean in to the sea at the bottom here. Just starting to define where that wave is going to go. I'll just bring this colour all the way down to the bottom. This thick paper will stay dark, stay wet for quite a long time, and that's what we want. Finish off down here. If I look at this, the top is still nice and wet at the top there. So now I'm going to start bringing in some indigo, which is a beautiful dark colour. You don't want it to run too much, but we need to start at the top here. You need to maybe darken it even a little bit more. And I really want the drama. Okay, that colour will spread nicely. I'm going to bring that right down. Add a bit of alizarin into this colour here as it comes down the page. I'm wanting to create that nice wet look. Okay, I'm coming down to the tops of these waves now. Starting to look at how I'm going to create the spray effect. Some lovely spray up in that wave there. Let's just carry on working into this wave over here. This paper, you can actually work on it quite a lot without damaging it. And the colour just continues to spread. Let's balance off that dark up there with a little bit more dark in that sort of area there. Don't worry about the brush strokes at the moment. The colours will spread because the paper is holding a lot of water. Alright, I'm reasonably happy at this stage. Now I want to try and bring in some nice, that luminous glow into that section of the wave there. So I do have a spray bottle which I can use just to keep that slightly wet. So that let's just enhance a few of these shadows up here. And then create a bit of a wave spray effect, or a bit of a direction for that spray effect. You start to define where this wave is going to be down here. And then again, just enhance the direction of that. I want to put some more of this cerulean, a little bit of viridian into this area here. It's where the wave, all sorts of nice little shadows and things in there. While it's still wet, you can actually introduce these. Okay, there's going to be shadows in the water over here and there, and those will come up. I'm not going to do them completely at this stage, but we will start, as I said, just establishing the shape of that wave, bringing these down. There you go. And there'll be a few shadows and things up there. And the spray of the wave. Maybe just a bit of a direction of that spray as well. Okay, I'm starting to get a bit of shape going over here. I'm reasonably happy at this stage. I'm just going to soften these edges going off the page here. We'll build that up later on. Alright, we can start putting a bit of French ultramarine into this cerulean now, just to start darkening up these areas under there, and of course going over this way as well. Beautiful shapes in this wave. It's so difficult to capture everything the way it should be captured. Again, starting to develop that shadow in the water over there. It's just starting to suggest where these bits of wave are going to go. Because I want to keep it fairly still moist at this stage. I'm just going to spray it a bit. And just let those colours run into that wettish spray. And keep most of this foreground fairly white. Okay, not I'm just going to take a little bit of this out at the tops of these waves every now and again, just to create a little bit of interest going on above the wave there. Over here we've got a nice, really nice bit of spray happening, so let's just take that out. We can enhance it later if we want to. Okay, let's take that out. I don't want to create too many hardish edges. I just want to capture odd bits of spray. Okay, that'll just create a little bit of interest. All right. Excuse me. So far, so good. I'm going to darken the colour in this the inside of this wave a little bit more. Maybe just going down there, again, building up these shadows. use the side of the brush to create a kind of slightly rougher edge. Try and maintain the shape of that wave as much as possible, because you will pick it up. If the eye will pick it up straight away if it's not right. Any edges that look a little bit too loose, if it's spreading too much in the wrong direction, just pick it up slightly with the brush. I'm reasonably happy with that. Put some more colour in down here. A bit more shadow. Under there is some viridian. Bit of shadow up here. Just let those colours run into each other. Okay. A bit more dark in there to give you some more drama. And then just picking up those shadows in the wave. Okay, let's take you back to the picture and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, have a look at that. Have a look at that. It's starting to come along quite nicely. Again, just picking up, trying to introduce the shape of that wave. It will fade, but you'll be able to pick that up. Paper's starting to dry now, so I'll continue to let it dry because the blinds haven't been too definite. Okay, finger painting is allowed. Okay, so I'm reasonably happy with the spray. Alright, I'm going to dry that with a hairdryer to try and keep that spray in place. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with that so far, so I'm going to pause it, then I'll start coming to do the finishing touches in about 10 minutes when it's dry. Right, I'm back. As you can see, I've put the photograph up top there so you can see where we're going from here. I've also got it up on my computer up there so that I have an idea of what I'm doing. There's 2 more shades left to do. What I'm going to do is do a slightly darker cerulean. I'll mix it with a bit of French ultramarine. In this area over here. So in other words, bring in those, start to develop those shadows a little bit more crisply, and then let that dry, and then we'll come and do the final darks, which you'll see inside the wave right at the end, and then possibly do a little bit of highlights with some gouache. Okay, I've got a piece of paper ready in case I need to soften some edges, which is always a possibility. And just get the right colour. We don't want to go too dark. Okay, so we're going to come in here. Start establishing those shadow lines there. And some shadows in the wave. I'm not going to paint everything. Now I do need to work quite quickly because I'm going to have to soften some edges as I go. Need to let's just get that shape of that wave going again. Try and pick up a few little dibs and dabs here and there. That's the French ultramarine with a bit of cerulean. The shadow line comes down that wave over there, as you can see in the picture. I'm going to soften these edges. A little bit of dry brush stroke here and there. which always looks nice in the sea. Try and join these edges as much as possible. Just lends a little bit of fluidity to the painting. All right, let's work on these edges now. Just soften that up a little bit. There. Join those edges up again, as I say. While it's still wet, you can soften these edges. You can even dab a little bit with, I don't like to dab too much, but you can dab. Okay. Those little babies up there. Yeah. As long as you maintain the shape of the wave, you should be fine. Okay. Take off any excess. You see shapes that don't look quite right, just soften them and change them slightly. This here needs to be softened a little bit. There. Okay, if you want to, you can add a little, drop in a little bit of dark to the areas while it's still wet. And that nice viridian colour mixed in with indigo. Try not to overwork this thing. Let those colours just run into each other. Okay, there's the shape of that wave. You can actually see that the wave is, in fact, building up at the back. Okay, so we've almost finished the main wave. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to put a few little bits of interest in the foreground here. This is just the tips of the waves, which are part of the shadow structure, which we need to develop a little bit here. And I'm not being too careful about where I go. I just want to create some of these shadows in this area here. And I'm doing it kind of fairly randomly, but just also try and establish the rhythm of how the wave actually works. You see the little wavelets. Create some these up. We're looking fairly dry here. And we can do some more dark in here if we want to. Just in that corner there. Get those up. Maybe come down into this corner here. Don't want to overdo it, just a few little suggestions. Because there's a lot of white water here, so you want to see a lot of white paper. Okay. Okay. So my focal point really is the wave, and it's this section over here, which I want to develop now as the paper is drying. Let's put some nice darks into here. In this top corner of this here, you'll see some nice little darks. So let's just start developing those. Okay. I'm just picking up the odd dark in these waves here. Still trying to keep the shape of the wave. Bit of rough brush stroke there. Take away what I don't need. And these. Called random control. Is such a word. I'm trying to just develop the shape of that wave. There were some nice shadows under there. Okay, let's just soften a few of these again. The joining of these actually sometimes just helps the eye to move down the wave a bit better. Yeah, we're almost there. Put a little bit of Okay. I'll probably come back to this thing tomorrow and tweak it a little bit, but at the moment I'm reasonably happy with it. I'm not really going to do too much more to it. Reasonably happy with what I've got so far. Now I want to try and pick up a few little highlights on the waves as we go. So let's start over here. I'm using just pure gouache. Maybe a little bit there. Some over here. Maybe a little bit over there. There's a bit of the spray over here. I don't want to overdo it though. Just to pick up a little bit over there. You'll see how it kind of sparkles. So not too much. This is the point where you can actually bugger it up totally. But I do want to bring in a tiny bit of maybe one or two little streaks in this wave over here. But again, just catching the light, just catching the tops of some of these waves. And not to overdo it. Still keeping the shape of the wave as we go. And just bring a little bit of light into there to catch tips of the waves. Okay. And I think I am done. There's only one thing left to do, and that's to sign the little painting. I'll sign it with that same dark colour. I'll sign it in this bottom corner here. Groundwood in the year. with the CL behind it, which stands for Corona Lockdown. What a scam. Okay. I'm often tempted, just because I've got paint on my brush, to add a few more little twiggles to this thing, and sometimes they work. Like now, I think that's fine. And everyone's probably saying, stop, don't do any more. Well, I'm done. Okay, so there is my wave by Warwick Locke, the photograph. Fantastic photographer, and he is absolutely brilliant with photographs of waves, etc. Look him up on Facebook. All right, I'm going to take a photograph of this now. Stop the video.